In this video, we're going to take a look at the digital manipulatives that are available on MathsBot.com. So if you search MathsBot on Google, this is the result, and you click on Manipulatives, which will take you to a digital library of basically all of the concrete resources that you might use in a maths lesson, but digital versions of them. So we've got things like place value counters, Dean's blocks. These number frames are like your Numicon PCs, Rec and Rec. Pretty much everything that you might use in a maths classroom is available here digitally. Let's have a look at the place value counters. One function that's really nice is, let's say I wanted to model the division 42 divided by 3. When I drag out my 10, I don't have to keep dragging lots. I can use the copy function, which is really handy. So there's my 40, and there's my 2. And I'm going to try and divide that by 3. So I'm going to create 3 groups that all contain the same value. And what's really nice here is we can explain what's happening when we carry over in the algorithm using a more visual approach, because here I've got this remainder, and what I can do is I can exchange it for ones so that I can share it, because I couldn't previously. I only had 1 10 left and I couldn't share that between the 3 groups evenly. So now we would just begin the process of sharing those ones until we got to our final answer. And we can see in exactly the same way as we would have done using concrete resources, we've managed to visually solve that problem of 42 divided by 3. Another tool that we'll have a look at, something that's really popular for teaching negative numbers, is using algebra tiles and focusing on the idea of a zero pair. So again, we can use the copy facility. Let's say this time we're going to do 3 plus negative 5. So 3 plus negative 5. We can see here that red tiles are used to denote negatives, yellow tiles denote positives. What's really, really nice is if you bring a zero pair together, they actually disappear. So if I've got my 3 and my negative 5, I can see that generates 3 zero pairs and leaves me with an answer of negative 2. There are so many more resources to explore. I would urge you to visit the website, dive in and have a go. You can use this for demonstrations at the board if the children have concrete materials in front of them, or if they've got access to IT equipment, they could even be using the website for themselves.